When it comes down to this podcast stuff, it's so fun. And normally, I like to have an idea of what we're going to talk about beforehand. Have an episode list, planned out to where we know what we're going to do, when we're going to do it, and when it's going to be released. But there is just something in the air that schedule had to get interrupted. And this episode had to be made. This is the Maturish Podcast. Welcome. If you're new, hello. Go start at the beginning. Don't just start right here. You've missed so much already. But if you're returning, hi. As you know, I'm Kobe. The greatest, the coolest, the best, the GOAT. I'd even call myself the boat. I'm the best of all time. I am the boat. But I can't be the boat if I'm not sitting across the table from the yacht. Everybody. Short stack. Smurf. I call him my best friend. The jelly to my peanut butter. The sponge to my starfish. Donovan Lowry.
Hi, I'm Donovan, and I'm here too. Kobe, could you please explain to me what yacht means?
Yeah. It's like a really nice boat. I'm the boat, the best of all time. So let's see. Yacht is YACHT.
Yeah.
Okay. So I called you the yacht. I'm the boat, the best of all time. Okay?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But I can't be the boat, like I said, without the yacht. My yacht.
Yes.
And Donovan, that yacht is you.
I am. I am the yacht.
You are. Mm-hmm. So I said the boat stands for the best of all time.
Yes.
What does the yacht stand for?
Wow. Yacht stands for Yo Average Child Size Human to Donovan.
I'm going to put the boat, in all of my social media bios.
Yes.
This episode isn't going to be one that gets a lot of laughs out, so I'm glad that we're starting here. We're able to do this.
It's only downhill from
here.
It's only
downhill from here, guys. So, I think it's time.
Oh, just all the noise. Damn.
Let's wait.
Okay.
Can we please start referring to ourselves as the boat and the yacht from now on?
Sure. I'd love to.
Our first t-shirts need to have a bunch of pictures of us on the front. The back, boat, and the yacht. Anyways. So, it's time that we get into the subject at hand today.
So, Liz.
I don't know exactly how to start. Because this is very, I don't want to say last minute, but it's something that we both kind of figured out. We're going through stuff.
Yeah.
And it's all happened at once. This wasn't a planned episode. And honestly, we don't even have a name for it yet. So whatever name you see plastered right there on the posters and on your platform that you're listening to, it's not decided at the moment.
We probably came up with it that Monday.
Yeah, 10 minutes before it got posted. Because that's what we do.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you want to say, being the boat and the yacht, that there's something in the water.
Okay.
But something is going on. There's something in the air. And life just this past week has hit. And it's hit very hard.
Yes.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand it over to you, Donovan. And let's talk about the struggles that we've experienced. Because the last time I seen you was a week ago today. Yes. So there's literally been an entire week of stuff. What's been going on, dude? Yacht.
Oh, yep, that is my name. I'm not sure. Because lately, I haven't been feeling too great. Unfortunate. Boo-hoo for me.
Yeah. And when you're not saying like you had a cold. No, it's not an illness. You just have been down.
Yes. I've just been mentally not where I want to be, I guess. And it's like, because like there are these stretches where I like something, so I'm going to do it. That's when before I was happy, I wanted to get out, I wanted to go do things. So that's what we did. We went out, we went to go see Asbury. We went out to eat every other night. We went to Target dressed as old ladies.
Yes.
And then that stopped.
It did.
And then we started this.
Right.
So then this was my focus. I was happy. I was doing all my podcasting, being my businessman self. And then we started playing games together. I don't know. I guess that's where it started. Because, like, we started playing, it was, Fortnite at first. So we were all, we were just playing, having fun, winning our games as we do. And then we moved over to GTA. They have money on that game. And now, instead of focusing on, like, my lifestyle, I don't know, it's just like, once we started playing GTA, I just can't stop. I just get addicted, I guess.
Really?
Yeah, that happens all the time. So now it's no longer focusing on being out or, not even like school, I guess, anymore. Now it's just GTA when I get on the game. So I can play this game. I don't know, it's just like, because I just get those stretches. Like, when I get into a new game, I just want to be the best at it for some reason. For that stretch. Until I just move on. Maybe it's back to this. Maybe it's, I don't know, whatever. We go back, start doing things again.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's just, once I do something, I guess it's just I do something new. And I just want to do that for a period of time, then I move on to something else.
Right. See, I don't know. And I'm glad you brought this up. Because over the summer, the going and doing things every day, the going out to eat, the going and doing whatever, it was so fun. It was a blast. Every day I go through my Snapchat memories and I just cry laughing. Because really, that's what we were doing. It was so fun. I got broke so fast. Embarrassing. So I'm kind of thankful that's not going on still. I would have nothing. But it was so much fun. For me, it was school starting. School isn't hard for me. And we just said this maybe a couple episodes ago, or at least I know I said it, that I feel like in high school, they preach to you like college is going to be hell. You're going to struggle. You're going to fail. You need to do great in high school so you have a fantastic time in college. And that's not really true. But let me say this. I don't have a typical college experience. I didn't move away to a school. I'm not staying on campus, going to in-person classes, that kind of thing. Everything I do is at home. And I think that's where my I don't even know what the word I want to say is, downfall is, because I'm just bored. And the thing is, like, with COVID, when COVID hit, it was like I didn't have a problem being at home. And I think that's just because I knew, like, there was something outside, don't go and get it kind of thing.
Right.
And not saying that COVID isn't still a factor anymore, but, vaccinated, masks, all these things that I'm not as scared or worried as I was before.
Right.
But now I think I know I rushed into like going out and doing things way too fast. I wasn't ready for the and not saying like I wasn't ready to be with you, I wasn't ready to do things. That's it wasn't you that was the problem. It was the I felt like I needed to ease back into it. Because we literally the first time since school and us seeing each other, we seen each other was me and Kylie were at Sonic. Hey, can I come? You came and we sat in the car and ate. That next weekend we went and seen Asbury Fox for the first. That wasn't what we went to go do, but that's what happened that next weekend. And from that, it was like every weekend we were doing something. So, and it was all fun and fine at the time, but then like life caught up. You have to start school, and it's like, dang, I'm back to being at home again. So it's like I miss that, but I just can't do it anymore. There's no time. There's no money. I have to focus on like I still haven't paid for any of my classes yet. I have to, and I'm not the only one that's paying for my classes. Like I am getting help, but like that's where focus is for me. School is not as I didn't expect school to be fun, but it's very boring. Like I'm just sitting in front of a computer all the time. To where like when I go on Snapchat, this person is at Bradley enjoying their self, having a fantastic time and experience being around people. Then this person went to Northern or whatever, and these people are having such a great time, and I'm on the couch on my computer. So it's like I feel like I should be somewhere that I'm not in life. Like I have so much good going on. I'm doing good in school. I'm doing a fantastic job with this and everything that we do. But I feel like I'm always trying to shoot for more. I'm not 100% satisfied with everything that we do. Like, ever. Not saying because it's bad, and it's not. I love what we do. But there should be more. Should there be? Maybe not. Because what we're doing is good enough for the time being. We both have to juggle school and manage school. You have to work. We make time for what we have to do.
Right.
Because then outside of that, we do indeed need to have a life,
Right.
We're not the only two people in each other's lives, go see family members, other friends, whatever. But I always feel like with everything, I need to do more. And I can't. Like, it's just everything has become like a challenge that I'm not giving myself time to relax. And it doesn't make sense because I'm at home all day, every day, yet I'm not sleeping enough. I'm not doing all of these things that I should be doing, and it just doesn't make sense as to why not.
Right. And like you said, because we did do that episode, right, where we were talking about like, yes, we did. Okay, never mind.
What episode?
Like we said before, you're like looking at what other people are doing,
Right.
and it's like not good for you or whatever.
Right.
And that's like you said with this thing, it's like, because we have like so many ideas. We want to do everything.
Right.
But with what we have,
yes, this is all we can do.
This is what we got for right now.
Right.
And it's like, we have ideas for rewriting books, rewriting movies. We have, 3 TV shows that we've written already? And, like, we want to do all these things. And, like, we don't want to just have, like, because I guess we both feel like what we're doing right now is too little.
Right. And I just know, like, I'm too eccentric to be just sitting here talking into a microphone. I don't know. It's just, I'm 19 years old. Like, I just look at everybody. Like, my family. Where was my mom at 19 years old? She was in a relationship living with her boyfriend at the time when she was 19 years old. She was working, everything. And obviously my life has taken twists and turns that others haven't. So I can't necessarily, sit here and be like, "Oh, woe is me, I'm failing." Because I'm not. I'm doing what's best for me in the predicament that I'm in. But at the same time, it's like, dang. Like my birthday's next month, I'll be 19, but next year I'll be 20. And I don't do anything. I don't work. I don't drive. It's like, I feel like everybody else is 2020, but I'm 2010. And that's just, it's like mind boggling.
You feel 2008.
Yeah. I got that boom, boom, pow.
They got their boom, boom,
Yeah,
pow.
I don't. I want that boom, boom, pow. Please. Can I have some boom, boom?
Pass me that pow.
Oh my god. Like the Black Eyed Peas, since we're talking about Boom Boom Pow, their peak was with Fergie. Then they moved on and they're still able to move without Fergie. I'm definitely the Fergie to the entire situation. Everybody in school, our peak was all together. That was the greatest time of our life so far. But they kept on moving. And I'm here. Bombing the national anthem at the finals.
There you go.
I am very much Fergie at the moment. And it's like, it's nothing that I can fix because I'm doing the absolute best that I can. But it's just all mental. It is.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's not just that, it's other things that, have happened that are catching up. But it's like one thing on top of another on top of another. And there's only so many hours in a day. Like, if it was humanly possible to just not sleep, I feel like that's what I need.
I wouldn't.
Just because I just don't have enough time to do everything. And, like, when I try to express that to people, they're like, how? You're at home. You're not doing anything else. What do you mean you don't have time to do whatever? And it's like, yes, I know I'm at home. But while I'm at home, I have to do 4 classes all by myself. I have to try to figure out stuff to do, me and you and this. I have to try to figure out, when to eat and when I'm going to bathe and everything and sleep. And then on top of that, I still have to try to manage to have some sort of social life on top of that. Right. Like everything. And it's just all at once kind of like constricted me.
Yeah. Like you said with the little, because like, yeah, there are people doing their school or whatever. And like when you compare, it's like so many people say, "Oh, I want to start this channel. Oh, I want to do this," but like many people don't.
Right.
And I feel like that's something like we may feel like, oh, we're not doing because we're not out,
right?
Whatever they're doing, but still, we're in school,
right?
And we're also doing this. I feel like that's just a plus in its own.
And it is. It's just like, at what point will I feel satisfied?
Right.
And I'm not saying that I'm not, because it's like, I go to sleep with noise. And that noise is pretty much like one of our podcasts. That's what I do. Instead of music, I'm getting our streams up. Hello.
As you should.
Speaking of hello, Adele's new song dropped today. Have you heard it?
No.
Oh my God. Donovan.
Oh.
We'll get to that afterwards.
Okay.
So tonight it will probably be Adele. Not our podcast. But it's just like, at what point will I be like, you know what? You're doing so good. Because validation from others is nice. Hearing you're doing such a good job from you or from anybody else, it's nice. Thank you. But
not anybody.
I don't care how you feel about me.
Right.
I don't feel like I'm doing enough. I'm not where I want to be or where I think I should be. But there's no way for me to get there right now.
Right. Well, I mean, I mean, not to be like, ugh, or anything, but I mean, like, if you want your own validation, you have to earn it.
Right. You do.
Right. And I feel like we're doing good with what we have. But that time is coming. It's coming very soon. I feel like it's just because you feel like you need to take a step. It's just, I don't know how to explain what I want to say. It's just like, maybe it seems like far or whatever, but it's there.
It is.
You may not know when, but it's there.
And that's what I think the struggle is. Like with school, it's like it seems like it's so hard right now. And it is. It's not like bad that I'm crying and I'm angry and I can't do things. No. But there's a bit of a struggle. It's a struggle that I'm able to work through.
Right.
But it's taking 2 or 3 days a week to do one of my classes. There's only 7 days. I have 4 classes. I don't have 3 days a week that I can give to each class. And I need 3 days a week for each class I have.
Right.
It's like there's this door in front of me that I need to open. I feel like I should be on the other side of that door. I just can't open it.
Can't find your keys.
I can't. Where are my keys? I cannot find my keys. But here's the thing. That's because I have other things to do right now before I can get to those keys.
Right.
But I feel like, why can't I do both? Why can't I do both?
Right.
But that would only cause more issues. And it's just, it's so, I don't even know what the word is. It's so frustrating to sit back and think. Like, okay, not gonna say, like, not trying to be rude. But my thing was, like, graduating high school, like, in terms of your abilities and what you're capable of, that there are other kids and other people who might not be to that level.
Right.
In my case, I know for a fact, with me missing as much school as I did, I was up there.
Right.
And then I see people who weren't where I was, even though they had the opportunity to be. They weren't up there, yet those are the kids that are working and they are at 4-year universities and they're having the time of their lives right now. I'm like, well, such and such a whoever, they're doing that. Why am I not? And it's I think social media has become a big problem in it.
It always is.
I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to log out.
At all.
But it's so crazy when I'm sitting back and you're looking at people and it's like, and you're not proud of them. I'm so happy for everybody, especially everybody that I graduated with, because it's like everything that we had to go through. Yeah, your class had it hard, whatever, especially with COVID hitting right there at the end of your senior year.
Right.
But our entire senior year was COVID. And then just other things on top of that we had to go through as a class that other classes didn't have to, with the school that we went through and everything, went to and everything, I should say. It was always a struggle. Yeah, we did it. And it was like, I thought graduation would be like the end of the struggle.
Right.
And it wasn't. That was the test. You haven't struggled yet. Now it is. And it's, okay, when does it stop?
Oh, yeah. That's true. I mean, you can never know until you can finally see the light at the end of the tunnel. Right now, we're just so far back.
Right. It's just so dark.
The light's so small.
So dark. You have to squint and you can kind of see it.
Just a little bit.
But you don't. I take my camera now and I zoom in as far as possible to try to get a glimpse. Because it's I don't know how to describe it. Because it's always been like this. This whole entire school year, not once have I been like completely satisfied. I've always needed to do more. Like there are times where I'm laying in bed or whatever, I'm trying to go to sleep, and I know like Kobe, this assignment was due yesterday. You need to do this. You could be episode planning right now. You could be doing so many things, and I just need to sleep. And it's like I don't know why, because I don't do anything. Like I wake up, I go to sleep every night, and I'm like, you know what? When I wake up tomorrow, I'm going to do this. First thing when I wake up, I'm going to wake up, I'm going to jump up, and I'm going to do this.
Right.
That's number one priority. And more likely than not, that thing that was number one priority doesn't even get done the next day.
Of course.
And stuff just keeps on building up. I don't have like any long, extensive overdue assignments. Like things get done within the week. But if something was due on Thursday, it's probably not getting done to the next Wednesday.
Right.
And things like that. Just because there's no other balance I can do. Like this is how things have to be. Yet it's such a struggle. Like I can't cut anything out. I can't stop doing this. I can't stop going to school. I can't stop anything else. It's just like the fun stuff hasn't been fun. And I don't know why. Like, how? There's nothing new I can do. It doesn't make sense.
Right. And I was saying, like, because you said you're going to do something, you just don't. That's been happening to me because, like, a while back, I could do that. Like, I was going to give myself a schedule and I was going to follow it. But now it's more, I feel like I've fallen back into my old habits. Because I can say, I'm going to wake up super early and I'm going to get this and this and this done. But then I look over, that controller looks very enticing to me right now. You know what? Let's, play a couple games of Fortnite before I get started. And a couple games turns to a dozen turns into a couple dozen. And now, now it's time for me to get ready for work. And it's just, I don't know what happened, I guess. When I could follow my own schedule, I could listen to myself.
Yeah.
Now it's just,
And that's the thing, like, for me, there's no structure. I have alarms set. All throughout the day, there's alarms going off. I have an alarm that's set for 7 o'clock in the morning that says rise and shine. That was the same 7 o'clock alarm in the morning that I had in high school. Rise and shine, it's time to get up and get ready. The only difference between now and high school is in high school, I couldn't turn that alarm off. I had to get up and go to school. I had an hour and a half to get ready. Now, I only have class 3 days out of the week. And even then, my class isn't until 11 o'clock.
Right.
That 7 o'clock alarm is laughable at this point. I'm not waking up right now. I wake up 10:30, 10:45, 10:50, jump up and log into class.
Right.
Heaven forbid it's a Thursday or a Tuesday or Thursday, because then I don't even have to be up then.
Right.
And the thing is, it's like, I wake up late, but then it's like, oh my goodness, half of the day is already over. So the time that I did have to episode plan, the time I did have to do schoolwork, the time I did have to do whatever, majority of that time is gone. I just wasted it. And it's, I don't know, like it's just, there is no.
And here's, because like with my sleep schedule all through high school, I would go to sleep at 12, wake up at 5. That's all the sleep I needed.
Really?
For the longest. So it was like I was trying to fool myself. Like, I only need 5 hours to sleep. That's all I need. Because I'm so super productive.
See, and that's the thing. Because, like, just comparing it to where I was a year ago. A year ago, I was staying up until 5 o'clock in the morning on the phone, on TikTok, doing everything I needed to do. I was eating dinner at 3 o'clock in the morning. I was doing homework at the same time. Now at 2 o'clock, I'm struggling to keep my eyes open. I'm the most productive after the sun goes down.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if my days and nights could be flipped, that would be so beneficial. It's just, I feel more, not necessarily energized, but it's more time to myself. When it's 10 o'clock, people are going to sleep. Kylie has to work tomorrow. She has actual school. Not saying I don't have actual school. She has to go to school tomorrow. My mom has to be at work tomorrow. So she's asleep. Okay, well, this is my time. I can focus on myself. Because when they have to be up, I can be asleep.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is, it's like, yes, that's my time, but the resources that I need during that time aren't available.
Yep.
Professors aren't awake answering emails at 2 o'clock in the morning when I'm doing my assignments.
Right.
Stores aren't open at 2 o'clock anymore. These things that it's like, I have to completely restructure how I'm doing things. But even then, it's like, I can't, because there's just so many different variables that it's just, okay, I wake up early in the morning, say I was to wake up with that 7 o'clock alarm. I would still have to do things like this late. I have class, you have work, I have things I want to do throughout the day. That I can't be like, oh, Donovan, 2 o'clock is what's best for me. You should probably quit your job so we can record at 2 o'clock.
Right.
That's just, life doesn't work that way. Sorry, I don't feel like coming to class at 11 o'clock today. Can me and you just get on a Google Meet around 1 a.m. instead? Life doesn't work that way.
Right.
Yeah, that's how it needs to. Yeah. That's how I need it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Is things, I know what would make things work, but life can't. It can't work how I need things to work.
Right. Yeah, like, because like when I would wake up at 5 o'clock, I'm thinking, oh, I only sleep 5 hours. That's all I need. Because I'm doing so many things, but I'm not. Because in high school, I'd wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning immediately. Mm-hmm. That's game time.
Mm-hmm.
And I would go to sleep. I mean, no, I wouldn't. I would go to school.
Right.
Do all that stuff. And that's just what I do. But now, I'm awake later. Now I maybe fall asleep 2, maybe 3 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah. Because now I have, more time, more flexibility, I guess, to do what I want. And it's gotten to a point, like you said, because, 12, 1, 2, 3 in the morning, it's time. That's when, I want to do things.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I finally feel like, you know what, let's get up, go do something.
Right.
It's gotten to that point where it's I feel like I want to go at 2 o'clock in the morning. I want to start going, for bike rides and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because, that's when I want to do it.
Right.
That's, I have more flexibility. I don't have to, do my school for 8 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
I have more time to do whatever. And since I'm awake during those times, it's just, more time for me to do, pick and choose what I want, I guess.
Right. And it makes sense. Because, right now it's late. Mm-hmm. We're recording this, and it's currently 11:30 at night.
Mm-hmm.
And it's yes, this needs to be recorded. Because, yes, every Monday we need something to put out. But at the same time, I could be inside working on a paper that's due next weekend. Mm-hmm. At the same time, I could be doing other assignments for other classes. At the same time, I could be doing anything else. I haven't really sat back and watched TV today. I could be doing that, finally just relaxing. Not saying that this isn't relaxing, because this isn't even though it kind of is a quote-unquote job or something, it doesn't feel that way. But it is. This has to happen. That's why, we just took that week-long break, and truth be told, being completely honest, if we did not have to, I probably wouldn't be out here with you today. That's just how it is. That week break probably needed to be 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
If there was any time that we needed to have extra episodes and everything ready,
now.
which we normally do,
Yep.
would be now, and this is the time that we don't.
Right.
So while it's like a negative, it's also a positive because it's gotten me out of that funk of just schoolwork.
Right.
Just,
Not wanting to do stuff.
Right.
That's what I'm feeling. Because, like, you know, I've just wanted to be at home, you know, play my games, and just be on the game all day. Now I have this, so I feel like I'm obligated. I have to get this ready so then I can edit it so then it can be posted. I'm not going to wait till Sunday night. Now it's fine to get a recording done. I feel like it's my job to get this done early so I can make sure it works.
Right.
So we can get it out there.
Exactly. Because that almost caught up to us.
Yeah.
And that's like my biggest thing with this. And I think I expressed this to you once. I feel like I contribute nothing to all of this. I sit and I talk. And I talk so good. I am the boat after all.
You are.
And you are the yacht.
And I'm Donovan.
You're the yacht.
Okay.
Get used to it. I feel like I contribute nothing. Like, you have to be the one that sits here and you have to edit everything. Literally, like, I talk. Sure, like, yeah, it's my space that we sit in and that we sit here and we do this. But I feel like I do nothing at all. And that bothers me. Because at the end of the day, like, what work did I do? Nothing. Like, I feel like you truly do everything. And in a way, you almost kind of do. You're the one that has to sit here and listen to the entire thing to figure out what's working, what isn't. And then you have to sit here and you have to edit things together. And then you have, like, yeah, I can get on and do some graphic designing if need be. Or yeah, every week it's like, oh, I just need a paragraph. Okay, sure, I'll type you a paragraph. But that's all? That's all I do? I sit here and talk, and then I give you a description. Like, even the things that I do. Did I just say do?
You did.
That's such a crappy thing to...
Look. I know he said it wasn't going to get funny.
Yeah.
But hey.
Come on.
When it happens, it happens.
This is some of my best work, guys.
Honestly.
The things that I do, I don't feel like is enough. There's only two of us.
Right.
Yet I feel like the workload is 75-25. And it is. And that's why it's like I try to contribute. But even then, it's like I feel like my work still isn't done. I can throw out as many ideas as I want to. But it's like I have to... Everything I do is around somebody else's schedule. So I always feel like I'm second fiddle. If that makes sense. You know, if you have to work, then I can't do it then. If my sister has to work, then I probably can't go out and do it something that I wanted to do. To where everybody else is, y'all have y'all cars, y'all have y'all money, y'all can go out and do whatever you want to do whenever you feel like doing it, however you want to do it. And I'm always like, okay, well, when can Donovan come over? When can we do the podcast or talk about whatever? When is Kylie not too tired to do whatever? When is, whoever available to do whatever? And it's so tiring. Because I feel like I'm at an equal level with y'all. Because I am. We're all the same age. We're all doing the same things. But you guys are like light years ahead of me in terms of what you guys have going on. And it's so crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I can't really speak for that. It's more
Right.
your experience.
It is.
So, yeah, I don't know. Was there something else I had to say? I feel like there was. Yeah, I just forget it as always. You got something else you got to say, Kobe?
I wait for you, and then I work off of that.
Oh, That's great.
Insert edit this out here.
Yep, break time. Oh no. Looks like someone's feeling pissy-wissy because they're cleaning their house the old boring way. It's time to revolutionize the way you clean. With K&D Sweepskates, you'll never piss yourself trying to clean the old boring way ever again. Hi, I'm Donovan. With K&D's own patented K&D Sweepskates, you'll have your mop, broom, and vacuum all in 2 easy-to-put-on roller skates. Starting at just $9.99.99, these tools of the future could be yours. Head over to kdproductions.com for more info. Bye.
See, that's the thing. Like,
And we're back.
that's the thing. It's like you hear of things that would be therapeutic. That is a very therapeutic thing to do. But I can't get on a bike and ride a bike. So it's like, it's very much a laugh to keep from crime situation. Like, yeah, I crack my jokes and everything, but this sucks. Like, it truly does. It's just the normal things. Like, I could, if I truly wanted to, I could go out and walk up and down the street or walk around the block or whatever. But there's a danger risk there that if something goes to happen, that it's like, okay, well, I probably shouldn't. You know,
Right.
I'm going to be 20 years old and I need a babysitter all the time. It's like, why? But there's a valuable reason. And it's like, I know there is, but it's so frustrating.
Right.
Because I feel like it shouldn't be. Why did this have to happen to me? Why? But it did. So I have to live with that. And it's crazy. Because the things that you guys are able to do, if you just feel like driving around, you can just drive around. You can just go and you leave and you do what you need to do. You can go on a bike ride at 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever time you want to do it. I can't. I don't have those same opportunities. Like, what can I do? Suck it up and just keep on going.
As you should.
But I need a break. But how?
You sure are good at sucking it up.
I know. There is no better sucker than me. I'll let that be known for the record.
That's why you are the boat.
I am the boat, the best of all time. But the boat is nothing without the yacht.
Yeah.
Your average child-sized human to Donovan.
To Donovan. What was I about to say? Yes. My teacher. My, what's his name? Psychology teacher. Danny. That man does everything. Every class, there's a different story about how he's doing something crazy. One day, he's talking about how he made up this idea for this sickness. The next day, he's talking about how he's working with woodworkers and wood from all around the world. The next day, he's talking about how he went on this run, how he went on his bike ride. And he's talking about how, if somebody doesn't do something right, and if they're not following my rule, I'm going to fire you. I'm just like, and then not even just him, my dad. He does everything. And it's just to a point like, why am I not doing everything? Why? Like, I get it. They're old.
They are.
Sure.
At least your dad does everything.
Yeah.
Mine doesn't do anything.
It's just like, I could, but like, how, I guess? Because, like, I'm doing this
Right.
and work and school. And it's like, but they're like doing like a million more things. And I feel like this is too much. And they're out doing international things. And I feel like I can't go to work for 6 hours a day.
I mean, and your job is easy. Like,
It is.
it just is. So there's even times where it's like when you're complaining about it, it's like very much like an eye roller to me. Because what are you doing for real? But it's like it's so much deeper than that. Because what I feel like we do, and like just using you for an example, things are building up. So it might be easy for you to sit there and say, it's my job. It's work. It's probably not. It's probably not. Your job, realistically, you're not like bending over backwards to be able to go to work every day. Are there other variables? There are. So it's probably easy to just like blame it on work. This job sucks. I can't do it. Whatever. These are the longest 6 hours of my life every day. And it's like, I guess that's just where we like place our what's the word I'm looking for? Our blame is because it's easy. Because I mean, you could stop working. That would give you 6 additional hours every day.
Right.
But what would you do with those 6 hours?
And now I don't have the money that I need to keep this afloat or whatever else I'm doing. And it's not even like my job is hard. It's not at all.
Right.
I sit there, the kids play. I play games.
Right.
I literally sit there and play Uno for 6 hours. That's all my job is. But it's like, it's this thing where it's like, I'm at work though. And I can't do the other things that I want to. It's like, I can't just sit there, pull out my laptop and start editing my podcast. I'm supposed to make sure these kids don't kill themselves. I don't know. It's just, yeah. Just like that. It's like, it's not my job is hard. It's just like, I'm doing my job and I can't do all the things I want to.
Right. It's like there's a downfall to everything. And it makes sense. But it's like, I'm very much like, I love looking at that negative. It's so easy to focus on the negative.
It is.
But there's a positive side to everything. And I don't look at that positive side very often. Like, say it for the record, I did not have a freshman year of high school. I barely had 2 semesters in my sophomore year. Then half of my junior year and my entire senior year was spent at home. Yeah, I'm still in college right now. I didn't drop out. I'm not tapping out yet. I'm still able to do it. Yeah, I'm not looking at it like that. Like, I died. Here's that. Hey, Miss Girl. Do you have to bring it up every episode? I don't have to, but somehow it happens. I died. Yeah, I still have the opportunity to keep on going. I don't look at it as I have that opportunity because dying took what I felt like was the chance at life away. And I'm just stuck. For how long, I don't know. I don't know what life is going to be like in 5 years. Does anybody? Probably not. You don't know what's going to happen. But everybody else, you guys can have a very clear idea. You can sit there and probably plan accordingly. That in a year, you'll have your own spot. In 2 years, you'll whatever. In 3 years, you'll whatever. I can't. Who's to say I'll even be living outside of my mom's house in 10 years? If I could, I'd do it yesterday.
Right.
Nothing like against my mom. It's just I feel like I need that independence. I've been handheld my entire life. More so the last 5 years. Let go of my hands, please. Stop holding me.
Right.
Let go.
Sorry.
Can you let go?
I can.
Please don't. Hold on to me. Please. But it's like I just have zero full independence. I do in some things, and the things I have the independence and I don't want in school. Woo. But that's it. Like, that's all I offer at being 19 years old. What do I have going for myself? That's it.
There are always positives.
There are.
There are always negatives.
Let's get into that. We just spent, has it been a half hour? Oh
Yeah.
my God!
Yeah, it's time to go.
It's been 2.5 hours!
Yeah. Damn near.
Well, let's just shoot this really quick. Let's shoot this from the hip.
Okay.
You know, if we go to an hour and a half, this is going to be the longest episode of Maturish ever. And I'm sorry, it's this one.
Yeah.
We've spent a couple half hours
Complaining.
dwelling on the negative.
Yeah.
How life sucks.
Mm-hmm.
How much we just want to be dead. But there's positives too.
There are.
So what are those for you? Now, and this is the thing, it's so easy to think about the negatives that you could probably just shoot from the hip and go, oh, I'm struggling with all that. But there's positives too, but it might just take a second to truly think about what they are.
Right.
But they're there. What for you are you doing really good at? What do you have going for yourself?
I feel like, in school, before I didn't really want to do it, I guess. Mm-hmm. But now I'm taking the time and the energy to make sure I'm keeping my grades up, to make sure I'm doing what I need to do to get that degree.
Okay.
And as for work, there's really nothing negative about work. It's just the fact that it's there.
That you have to do it.
Yeah. But for most of the time, it's nap time. So, for 2 whole hours, I get to sit in this building, get paid for watching TikToks. That's all I do for the first 2 hours that I'm there. Sit there and do jack shit. Or I'm fucking around trying to do something with this.
Right.
And it's like, I finally started something I've always wanted to do. Mm-hmm. It may not be exactly what I want.
Right.
But at least I'm starting.
And that's the thing.
You gotta start somewhere.
Growing up, like how certain families, like everybody gets together to watch basketball, everybody gets together to watch football. For my family, it was always wrestling. I don't know why. That's just what my grandfather and my uncle did, and it just got handed down to me. So connecting the two right now, my favorite wrestler forever and always was The Undertaker. Amazing character. So he just retired, and ever since then he's given interviews. And out of character interviews, he's just talking about the journey. And one thing he said is, the journey is amazing, but when you reach the destination, then what? Mm-hmm. And I've never felt anything so much resonated with it. Like even just go back to June when we were sitting in the driveway. We're going to start a podcast. This is what we're going to do. We're trying to think of names. Then we came up with the whole Tina and Otis thing, and then that transforms into Tina and Odetta. And we were just shooting from the hip, and we were coming up with great ideas. Now those ideas have came to something. Mm-hmm. Now what?
All right.
We did the chase. Now we're there. Mm-hmm. And it's going to get further. But how? Right. And when? But it's such a positive thing. Mm-hmm. Because beforehand, this is something I wanted to do on my own. Right. Graphic design last year, senior year of high school, when I took graphic design, it was you had to pick a business. And for most people, it's just a fictional, a nail shop, a fictional restaurant. I was like, no, I really want to do a podcast. Mm-hmm. Conversations with Kobe, that was in my spirit, still to this day. Yes, this is my church, and it's so nice and fun. But it's not quite what I wanted.
Right.
But it's doing that, I had all of the resources available. Logo. I had a description. I had an introduction video. I could have started an Instagram and Twitter and everything back then and been ready.
All right.
I just didn't have that in me to start it. With you, I found it. Is it conversations with Kobe? Am I sitting down and talking to people, interviewing different people and talking about experiences? Not quite. talk about my experience and we're talking about yours, but you was what I needed to flip that switch, to actually start it. I went from just having an album in my phone of a logo and a business card and a poster. It's now using that logo that is in its own album. It's actually doing something, and it's so great, and it's such a positive, because I wasn't even sure, like, when we started, how long was it going to last? Was it just going to be 5? Right. Was it just going to be 10? And we're just about to 10 now, and I know it's going to keep on going and going. So it's like, I just need to take a breath and look at life where it is. Because you're doing great. You're doing great, honey. You're doing fine. So you're doing as good as you can do for the moment. But it's just, I'm always so focused on, yes, I know, but what more? What else can be done?
That's beautiful.
I know.
It has been an hour.
It has.
I feel like might be time to go.
Do you feel that way?
I feel like we've talked about what needed to be talked about.
We did. And this wasn't a typical mature. There probably will be another one of these. Hopefully not. I don't want to feel down. Maybe coming and finally doing this today is going to help me feel better tomorrow. I don't know. We might do something else tomorrow. We might, whatever. But it just was more so I needed to get a lot of things off of my chest. And there's still more that I need to get off of my chest, just not so publicly.
Right.
So it's definitely a step. And a couple more steps are going to be taken. And then everything will be fine. So it was nice. Next week I don't even think like this was bad, but it wasn't necessarily what I wanted to do.
Right.
But at least we have this platform now that we're able to do this.
Right.
If this was happening 5 months ago, it just all would have been kept inside and festered and festered and festered. Now I'm able to talk about it and get these things off of my chest and do what I need to do.
Of course.
So at least there's that platform now, and things will get better tomorrow. And it might not even be tomorrow. It might be next week. It might be in a couple weeks. But it's going to happen. And you'll be able to tell when it happens because it'll happen.
Yep. And when things do get better, that episode will be there.
Yes.
Can't wait.
It'll be the next one. Hey, everybody.
Episode 35. We're better now, guys. Don't worry.
It's been a year and a half. Yeah, it has. To pull out some Pastor O'Reilly real quick before we leave. You weren't at church on Sunday. Were you all? Was the weekend okay for you?
Yeah.
Is there a reason why you didn't go to? You were playing that damn GTA.
Yep, that's what happens.
You just pick up that controller and can't stop. I went to church on Sunday, and that was really the only thing I've left the house and done. I went to my grandparents' house Sunday too, but besides that, I went to church. And after the service, Pastor O'Reilly he has his favorites throughout the church. And after the service, I was just going to leave. And Kobe, come here real quick. So I'm venting now. I didn't quite get that with Pastor O'Reilly, but Pastor O'Reilly said to me, you can't change the past. What's happened has happened. What you need to focus on is what's happening. So what's going to happen there?
Did he say that?
He did. And what is going to happen, when he said that, I think he's referring to what's going to happen in the future.
Right.
But you don't know what's going to happen there.
You don't.
But stop dwelling on the past.
Right.
And that's my biggest thing is it's just so easy. I struggled so far, and that's why I'm struggling today. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but just suck it up and keep on going. Because you can. There's always going to be a sunrise, so you need to rise with that sun and keep on going.
All right.
Because then what was going to happen is the happening.
There you go.
Thank you, Pastor. Thank y'all for listening. It's so nice.
Ain't it?
It is. Thank you for being here.
I try.
And for talking.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody could be the yacht. Nobody else could be the yacht. Mm-hmm. That is you.
It is me.
As for me, the boat, the best of all time, I'm going to continue to being the best. Because there's only one best. Hello. If not me, then who?
Of course.
Hey, baby. So, in closing, guys, hopefully next week things are better. Because then we can sit down and we can actually have an actual topic and we can actually talk about something.
Yes. But
it's just crazy because it's like, I truly thought that this was just a me thing. And it's obviously not. It's a you thing too.
Right.
So if it's not just a me and it's not just a you, and at least us, are there other people? What's going on that it's like this?
Nope. All the bad things are only happening to us.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Mm-hmm.
I really should have stopped talking about people a long time ago. I should have. But hey, if you or someone you know is also struggling with, would you say
mesothelioma?
No.
Oh.
No. Mm-mm. Nope.
Oh.
If you or someone you know is struggling with AIDS, do not contact me because I am in no help. Actually, can you stay away? Call your doctor instead.
Why? No, I'm gonna call that guy from the podcast. He can get rid of my AIDS.
Now look at us, both infected.
What? Huh? Wait.
No.
Something went wrong. From somebody. No. This needs to be said.
No.
From somebody DMing you. Now we're both infected. Thanks. Okay.
Oh my God.
That's cool.
Oh my goodness. So, if you or someone you know is just feeling a little vulnerable at the moment, your confidence isn't where it should be, do know that there are definitely people out there who are going through the same exact thing right now. Mm-hmm. And sometimes the way to get better is to just get it off of your chest and stop bottling up these emotions. Let it go.
Yep.
And I will. So if that's you, feel free to contact either one of us at our own social media pages. Once again, my Instagram, my Twitter, Clubhouse, everything that is everything is at Kobe Who Else. My Snapchat is that Kobe524. Donovan is around too.
Yep, I am.
But if you'd like to talk to the both of us, because we're both always available. As you could tell, I do nothing. Anyways. You can follow us on Instagram, on Twitter. Anything that has a username, that username is _KD Productions _. Or if you'd like to like us on Facebook, send us a message there. That is K, the &D Productions, along with the YouTube. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Tap that bell to get notified every time we upload a new video, because not every video is going to be like this. There's things happening very soon that you're going to be like, oh my goodness. And yeah, get rid. So do those things. It'll make us very happy, and it'll all work out in the long run.
It will.
So to wrap this all up, finally.
Yep.
My name is Kobe. You might know me as the boat. Mm-hmm. Across the table from me is Donovan.
I am
the yacht.
Yep.
This is and was the Mature-ish Podcast.
Until next time, bye-bye.